Welcome back to the 1030 Businessman channel, you guys. It's your boy Tel the Animal, aka Warr Daddy. You know what I'm saying? The 1030 Businessman channel, aka the new Black Wall Street. You know what I'm saying? We got a dope interview for y'all today. So go ahead and smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and stay tuned, okay? I'm in the building with the legendary William Lewis Byers, man. He been cutting hair for over 30 years, man. We're going to interview him, get some of his secrets in the game. Say what's up to the people.
What's up? What's up? How you doing there, nephew? Everything's cracking lacking.
So without further ado, man, we're gonna jump right into it, man. We got a lot of questions that you guys asked me to ask them on the Instagram page. And also, if we miss any questions that you want to ask them, go to my Instagram page. It's still not too late. Send me a DM, follow me, send me a DM, let me know what the question is, and I got you. Straight up. But the questions you guys asked me so far, I'm gonna get into those. We're gonna jump right into it, okay? So the first question we got for you today, okay? How long have you had your barber license?
Since 1992.
1992.
Yeah,
Woo.
yeah.
That's some time in right there. That's definitely some time in.
That
How long
is what?
that?
28 years now?
28.
29 years.
29. Oh, 90. Hold on. 92? Yeah, hold on. No. 92 is 28 years. It's
Yeah.
28 years.
Okay.
Goodness gracious.
Okay. Yeah. I got my barber license, man.
So where'd you get your barber license from?
Now, well, I had two. The first barber school I went to was Pyramid
Okay.
over in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, as well as transferred to Pyramid and went over to Triad Barber School. You had Kadeen Farrakhan, who owned Pyramid Barber School, and when Miss Cowles opened up Triad Barber School, I transferred over there with her.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Now, so the next question. So for someone in this day and age, or I know you got your barber's license a long time ago, but for somebody that's trying to get their barber's license around now, what do you think is a good place to get their barber license from? And then also, um, around how much do you think it might cost?
Oh, cost wise, I can't tell you what the price is today. It's definitely a whole lot higher than it was when I went.
Got you.
You can believe that. I'm glad I got mine when I did get it. Damn, burger. But I think you got here in Greensboro, you got what is this? Prestige Barber College, a barber school over here on Phillips Avenue. Owner and by Eugene Presley, Dr. Eugene Presley. Yeah.
Dr. Eugene. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So now, where was your first barbershop? We're going to get into some history questions, okay? So,
Okay.
where was the first barbershop you ever worked at? And then, what's the first barbershop you ever owned?
Okay. The first barbershop that I worked at was A&T Barbershop, A&T Student Union Barbershop down in the bottom of the Student Union, right across from the beauty salon as well. And it was owned by Horace Harris, who also owned Gate City Barbershop 1. I mean, Gate City Barbershop 2 on East Market.
Okay.
After I left A&T Barbershop, I went to Gate City Barbershop on Phillips Avenue. And the funny thing about that, later on in life, I came back and ended up buying that.
Oh, wow. He came
So,
back and bought the
yeah.
junk.
So
Trying to
that-
buy back the block.
there you go. And I started over there. I went over from Gate City Barbershop to Student Union Barbershop. Flashlight Barbershop on East Market. And then I went from Flashlight to Creative Design Flashlight. Yeah, Flashlight
Okay.
was cool because they got a song to go with it. Flashlight turn
I
on.
knew they had a
Flashlight. Yeah. So that was a cool one. But now I went over with my man Orlando Herbin.
Okay.
And he has we can take this down. And I know.
Oh, yeah, we're going to take the mask off,
Yeah.
man, because there's nobody in here after hours. And
Yeah,
the mask kind of hurting the back of my ears.
Yeah, it's getting there. And that was with Orlando Herbin. That was a creative design barbershop. And then from there, I partner up with the owner at the present time then was Andre Rush. And We call him Drizzy. And we partner up with Gate City Barbershop, and then later he decided to give that up for a while, So I took completely over, and we changed the name from Gate City Barbershop to Cut Creation.
Cut Creations. Oh man, no, wasn't it? It was Lee Street then, wasn't it?
No, it was on Phillips Avenue.
Oh,
so when I first started it,
was it still called Gate City then, or was it?
Yeah, when I came back and took over.
Okay, I thought it was called Lee Street back then.
No.
Oh, okay.
That's on Phillips
okay.
Avenue. You talking about that Gate City Barbershop is named because of the pathway that we have to come into the corridor with Greensboro.
Gotcha.
For all the different types of vehicles. The main corridor where you got the train, the plane, the buses. Now they're expanding the highway, but I did get a chance to come back, and then I changed the name from Gate City Barbershop to Cut Creation Barbershop. And there I just really blossomed as an ownership and as a owner as well as a barber. I mean, the guys who I was working with at the beginning of the game taught me a lot. A guy by the name of Gerald Patrick, still a teacher.
Gerald Patrick.
Yeah.
A legend.
Yes, he
Legends
is.
teach legends, man.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You take things, he had his ways about things, but you talking about somebody, if you really kept an eye on him, you can learn things.
Right. But see, a lot of people that are very particular, that have their way about things, those are usually the best people. Like, those are usually the most skilled people because they take it that serious.
Yeah. Yeah. And I really learned from a lot of good barbers like Mark Harris. Oh, that guy was nice with a pair of clippers. When I first got with him,
Yeah.
he was at A&T Barbershop. He came down there with us, and another guy named Joe Blackwell. I learned some real good cutting skills from them. Even a guy by the name of Leroy Hicks.
Leroy Hicks.
Mr. Hicks.
This sounds like he played on the episode of Martin.
Well, I ain't going to put it that way, but I understand. You feel me? But I feel you, what you're saying. But yeah. And then from there, I worked at I moved. I went from Cut Creation to Fame Barbershop.
Oh, Fame Barbershop. Okay.
Yeah, and that one was on Lee Street. That's the one. That was on Lee Street.
Now, let me ask you this: how long have you had your own barbershop? Like, how many years have you had your own barbershop?
The first time it was 9 years. Now I just took over sole proprietor of this barbershop. So this was going on my first year.
Oh, wow.
But I was working here for about since 2008.
A while, yeah. You've been a staple around here. So.
Yeah. So, but now my guy, that's how we got the name, which is unique, and I like it. One, the area is Glenwood Barbershop, a historical neighborhood. It had its transformation from as pretty much predominantly white to it turned into a diverse and a more of a diverse. And you definitely have a mix of people who work in this area. But the name, that's named after the street, Glenwood, as well as naming after the community. And I like the Barber shop, how we spell it, because we spell it Barrber, which giving us a different play on it from different, even though when we got the other surprises coming along.
Got you. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So let's go into some history lessons for people that don't know a lot about you. Okay, so tell us about your very first barbershop, okay? So how was that experience for you? Like, how was it waking up, going to your own barbershop? And then also, along with how it was, did you write a business plan for it?
Well, waking up, going to the barbershop every morning, that's going to be a pleasure. Yeah. It's easy. Because, I always look at it like this, especially getting it from my man, Gerald Patrick. Because, when I first got down there, he was always complaining about another barber not coming to work. Mm-hmm. And he would say, hey, and the guy, even though he had a second job, he was a professor, Keith Rush. I learned a lot from him. And he was teaching somewhere else. And then he was like, he had his other activities because he liked to fish and things of that nature. But Pat used to always talk about being consistent. Coming to work, if you can go to work for somebody else, you can go to work for yourself. You treat yourself, working for yourself, the same way if you was working for somebody.
That's a fact.
I like to compare it with if you was working at McDonald's or Burger King. I'm just going to use it. Really don't want to promote them.
Right.
But if you was working for them, you schedule your time to go to work from 8 to 5, whatever the schedule may be. You was there. Now, with me being a registered barber and a young barber, Pat believed if he come to work from 7, take himself an hour break, come back to work and finish up at 6 o'clock, he did it as a professional coming in and out like he's supposed to. So I try to pattern myself and do some things of that nature. I mean, I'm not going to hold the feet like Pat do, but I try to be consistent.
So let me ask you this. So you've been consistent in the game. You've been a staple in the barber game for a lot of years. I'm very aware. You're very talented. Been cutting my hair since I was a little kid. I just got this straight up last week, but you see this joint still bopping off. You know what I'm saying? But so let me ask you this though. What do you think is one of your keys that you would say is one of your keys to longevity in the business world?
To be into the business world, once again, you got to just be consistent, persistent, and whatnot. And then going back to a question that you asked, did I do a business plan? But because I started as a barber, you really don't have to write a business plan. You can.
Right.
You can. Now, some guys do write a business plan, and some things just fall into place. And the only reason I'm saying it like that is because Jay-Z was presented a book that had about the same many words in it as it was in this particular book. Not comparing the book, but it was compared to that as to the Bible with so many words. Jay-Z never wrote down that one word.
Right. That's a good point.
Now, just because you write it down doesn't mean it's better than the non-writing.
Right.
Look where it got Jay-Z. So I'm not Jay-Z, but it got me. I got a chance to see a lot, do a lot, and talk to a lot of different people, conversate, and get to know them.
That's a fact. Now, what do you think sets you apart from other barbers? Like, what do you think is one thing that would distinguish you or set you apart that you could say, okay, don't nobody do this except for Lewis? You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I'm right about now, in this day and age, between the old school barber and the new school barber, here's what set me apart from everybody else. I don't do appointments.
You don't do appointments?
No, I do regular old walk-ins because, like I said, if you go to work and you're at work, why they need to look for you?
Right.
They know where you at because even back in the day, you know, your grandma used to lock us in the house and say, "Don't nobody. If you don't have a key, you don't get in." And then we used and she knew, and what she'd say is also is, you need to be in the house at a certain time, and we was there at that time because that's what we was told to do.
No text found at that location. No text found at that location.
Hit that little button there.
No text details.
Oh, right there. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. Okay.
No.
So
Brief
where were we?
Yeah, where were we?
We were talking about what separates you.
Yeah. And like I said, I don't do appointments. We just gonna speed it up.
Gotcha.
Because we lost a couple of minutes, a couple of seconds. So
we definitely did.
Yeah, we catch it somewhere down the road.
Okay, now let's get into the tricky questions. Let's get into the questions people really want to know that some people are uncomfortable answering and talking about. You know what I'm saying? So let's say, hypothetically speaking, let's say you had a customer that was unhappy with the haircut. What would be your response? What would you do to satisfy that customer? How would you alleviate that situation?
I've had that couple of problems. The best thing to do is, keep that person calm. You stay calm. Keep that person calm, because it can go left quick, depending upon who you are and how things go. What I would do is just give them that one there, depending upon how bad it was.
Right.
I would give them that cut, and I might give them a second cut if they decide to come back on the house.
That makes sense. That way you keep that relationship with the customer active.
Because hamburger, anybody can have a bad day.
There you go. And then, but if you're confident in yourself too, like these are still going to be situations that are very few and far between. You know what I'm saying? Like the real good barbers probably never or rarely see somebody, and it's usually like a different. And sometimes it could be like a difference of angles. But like you said, sometimes people have bad days. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
But it's good. That's I love that nature about you, that competitive nature, where you're saying, if you come back, I'm gonna give you a free cut. So I already know my skills are intact. You know what I'm saying? I already know once you come back, I'm gonna have that line so sharp.
There you go.
We gonna try to figure it out. We definitely gonna get to the bottom of it. So you already knowing like the skills are there. Like it's not even a question.
You just give me another shot at the title.
Right.
I mean, how many times did they give Rocky a shot?
That's a fact. And Jordan didn't win all his championships. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there it is.
You got a chance to dance, and we did.
There you go.
So now we're gonna get into some questions that we have from the Instagram page. So you guys asked some questions on the Instagram page that you wanted me to ask them, and I'm gonna get into those. Okay. So the first question is. What college did you go to?
I did attend Winston-Salem State for a minute.
Winston-Salem State. That's a legendary Carolina college.
Oh, yes, it is. It's historic. Got a lot of good people who came through there. You know, even though Stephen A. Smith get on people on nerves sometimes, he attended that school. And even Farrakhan attended that school. Minister Louis Farrakhan attended.
Minister Louis Farrakhan.
And then
you Winston-Salem State.
And while I was over there, you know, I got a chance to touch hands with the legendary Big House Games, because he was he was the head coach over there for the basketball team when I was there, as well as I want to say the football team too. I know it was one of the basketball, and I wrestled. My wrestling coach was there, was Melvin Fair.
Okay.
And before then, to get me into the college was Dudley High School, James B. Dudley High.
Anybody in Greensboro know, man, Dudley High School is like one of the most historical high schools.
Yes, it is.
In Greensboro, probably in the state of North Carolina. Like,
yeah.
Just as far as the band, I knew about Dudley High School in Virginia when I was up there, just based off of like the clout around the bands and the way they'd be getting jiggy, and they just adding so much lecture to what they doing. Like, they not hitting them with the regular routines, the regular degular. They hitting them with the high steps, with the drums. Burp, 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 burp. You know what I'm saying? Like, they really get to the bottom of it. Like,
yeah.
So, but I got a lot of respect for the band.
There's also some other things that Dudley, a lot of people don't know about. That Dudley also had part of taking of the city. They participated in
the city.
Yes, sir, because it was started with the four main guys. And then when it came towards the summertime where a lot of kids was going back home, that's when the Dudley High School students stepped in, because they were still here. You know, hey, they're home for the summer too, but the college kids was going home from wherever they came from. So the Dudley High School stepped in to finish that march or that sit-in, or else they could get.
So what accolades did you receive in college?
I did receive. I did make it into the Hall of Fame.
Wow, the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
that's
crazy.
Had my
ring, I show it off. I didn't think you were gonna.
See, the thing is, I took pictures of your ring a while ago, and I still have the footage. So I'll be able to upload that. I'll show you guys the ring. You'll be able to see it. So let's go to the ring. There we go. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna add the ring in right there. You already know how it go. Y'all YouTubers know how it go. All right.
But now getting to just didn't make it. I did do the underwork at Dudley, and that's where I was my most atrocious at. I over there was all conference 2 years back to back.
Okay.
Regional champion. State champion.
Yes, sir. Talk that talk. Talk that talk.
What was it? Man, I won all the conferences. That was a good year. Like I said, it was better than wine.
And this was what? And this was in college?
No, this was in high school.
Oh yeah, okay. So this was at Dudley.
This is at Dudley. That's why.
So you going crazy at Dudley?
Oh yeah, I even got I almost got the fastest pen. My fastest pen was 14 seconds.
Ooh.
And yeah.
So what's the fastest pen in your career? 14 seconds? Is 14 seconds? Okay.
Off of a cradle.
A cradle.
Standing cradle.
That
was my move.
Sorry to tell you this, but Your nephew got the fastest pin award because my fastest pin is 6 seconds.
Oh wow! Now, I'm gonna have to admit, my man beat my record.
Oh, he beat your record?
Lil Lewis.
Oh, what was Lewis's?
I think he beat somebody in 8 seconds.
Ah,
It was
man,
8 or 10
that's
seconds.
crazy. That's crazy. It's not easy. It's not easy to get the fastest.
Yeah,
pin,
but
right?
I all I could do is look and chuckle at that guy.
Any of you real wrestlers out there, y'all know it's not easy to get the fastest pin award. And I can also speak to the winning conference championships. So I was able to win conference, state, and national championships all 3 years when I was this was in middle school. So I know how it is when you on that second year, like it's a target on your back. Like it's like they get clout if they beat you, they get a lot of clout in the school. You see what I'm saying? So it's like a big deal. You like they championship. Like they like you playing you got to wrestle Lewis this week. Like it's gonna be crazy. Like bro, if you gonna da. So they gonna go hard. So you got to bring your A game. But
I was that one. Folks looked at kind of crazy. But I did my thing, and and that got me over to Winston State. And, I was able to pull it out over there. It was a good winner. So, I did well over at Winston State. I did. Then I didn't complete it. And if I had an opportunity, I probably would. But I decided to just I ended up going to Connecticut.
Okay.
And then that's when I think I started picking up business. Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this about Winston-Salem State, though.
Okay.
So, all right. So you went to Winston-Salem State. What would you say are your pros and cons of your college experience when you were there? What would you think? What would you say your pros are, the pros and cons?
Oh, I would have kept my hind part out of definitely. It was my problem. I hung around the student union too much.
The student union.
Pros and cons. Yeah.
Wow. I will say, man, I was lucky enough to find somebody in college. I found somebody. Ended up dating somebody in college, and she pretty much settled me down, like cut everything out. Like I wasn't allowed to smoke. Like I wasn't allowed to live. It was like having a mama for real. But it was dope because it was just what I needed at the time, and it really kept me focused. And I could see the difference in my play. Like my gameplay was real focused, and it was like. You know what I'm saying? It was a real target on what I was doing. Like it was a real tenaciousness to what I had going on. So definitely appreciate that. I know how powerful.
And you're right. When you're in school, you got to have the right one to keep you focused. Now, even though they say this is the time you're supposed to live,
right.
And I was doing a lot of living, but I had a girlfriend when she broke my heart. It was like, okay, I'm gonna really live.
But I will say this too, and I've always been this way. Like as far as like going to college, even the time that I spent in college that I didn't have a girlfriend, like if I'm talking to someone, if we're talking like let's say we're courting, we're just friends, we're getting to know each other. If you come to my place and we hanging out, we watching Netflix or something like that. If I go to your place, we hanging out, we drinking, whatever we doing. It's no surprise or it's no secret. There is nothing strange about me just dropping down and doing 100 push-ups right there, boom, and just do some sit-ups right there, boom. And then just do some abs, you know what I'm saying? Right there, boom. In front of her, and you can count them. Sometimes, and it's so crazy because I get different reactions out of each woman, you know what I'm saying? And it's like a female's reaction will really tell you if that's a girl that you need to be around, you know what I'm saying? Because some of their reactions will be like, why are you doing push-ups? Like, you look crazy right now, like, da-da-da-da-da, or something, or like just something that's negative, anything negative, really.
Yeah.
And then some people will get, be happy, like, oh, man, you getting it. Like, wow, you still ain't stopped. How many is that? And they'll start counting and they'll add, you know what I'm saying, motivate you. And it's like, wow, okay, that was a vibe. I could do that.
The word you always need is a strong motivator.
That's a fact, man. That's a fact. And that's why I think women are the way of the world, for real. But so back to what we're saying. So your time at Winston-Salem, let me ask you this first. Well, were you on scholarship or were you on partial scholarship?
Yeah, I was on a full ride.
Full scholarship,
that's
too.
Why, if I had to look back, I was, I wasted it.
Full scholarship, man. That's not easy to get.
And I still made it into what I had. I still made it into the Hall of Fame on skin of my teeth. I guess I did some good work to get up in there.
Wow. So you didn't even finish college and you still made it into the Hall of Fame?
Well, it was a team effort, believe me. Because if it was an individual, I would have been left behind. Right. And, that's a good thing about being in wrestling because, it's an individual and it's a team. And a team, you can win as an individual, You can win as a team. You can lose as an individual, still win as a team.
That's a
And
fact.
then you can also lose as an individual, and the team still lose.
Lose situation.
There it is. But that's what it is. And I guess, like I had a girlfriend at the time, and when she didn't keep me stable. Let's say that.
Right.
And I guess she decided to do her own thing, and that got me leaving Greensboro. I felt like singing a song. So I ended up leaving Greensboro, and like I said, that's when I came into a different university.
You feel like singing a country song or
Oh
something?
no, I ain't gonna do that now.
Oh,
I ain't gonna bust out like that, like my man on Living Color. No. But school is school, and it's not where you at as long as you get the lesson.
Right.
Now I started doing business when I moved to Connecticut. Got it there, and I guess my instructor, my professor, was my older brother. He showed me some things and showed me how to live on my own.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you start living, and he was like, well, you have to do this, that, third, and other. It's breaking it down as far as your own, how to take care of yourself and
Right.
how to spend your money this way and that way. And then I started transforming that into something else. Hey.
Profitability,
Yeah, the common thing, because here in the South, I didn't get it, even though it was here. I learned it up top because it was everywhere. And that was just the underground business and whatnot. Business and marketing, we'll call it.
So let me ask you this. What would you say is your biggest accomplishment in life up to this date?
Oh, wow. Well, my biggest accomplishment is the three amigos, I guess.
3 kiddos.
Yeah, I got my oldest one.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, my oldest one, I call her Cutie Pie. And I also call her Big Mama, but she got 2 nicknames. Yeah, I call her Cutie Pie and Big Mama. She got a beautiful smile. Oh, she got a beautiful smile. And then I got my man, my main man. That's all I call him, my main man. Every time
Big
I
dog,
see him,
the OG.
And we got to give him that double L, so it is what it is.
Right, show you right, show you right.
So especially that was the year where all the littles was out. Little this, little that.
It was everything.
Yeah,
little,
it was a lot of littles.
Little Bow Wow,
Yeah.
little Romeo.
I even call him, even though I call her Cutie Pie, I would call her my little Cutie Pie.
Oh,
my
wow.
little Buttercup. Now that's my other one. Call her Little Mama. Yeah, and believe me, she's my little mama. Like Paul Wall said, my little mama can keep me straight. She say some stuff, and I'm like, girl. So, and then, those 3, and now I get, I guess to carry on, I get my little Sunshine.
There you go.
And I think she got one of the beautiful names, because when you think about it, take a couple of, instead of going Musa, I say Serenity.
And for the people watching at home, who is your little sunshine?
Well, now my little Sunshine is my granddaughter, Serenity.
Aww.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I heard she's blowing up on TikTok as well. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
she is.
I've been working on my dance moves too, man. My little 2-step. I'll show you guys a
Yeah.
little bit of my dance moves a little later. So
She's a little dancer. I would, and she's very talented with it. I mean, hey, it is what it is. At this day and age for her era, she's a straight go getter. I like what she do with it. So we'll keep it there.
So let me ask you this. So, let's say I'm a barber. Let's say I just jumped into the game. I just got my barber certifications. Okay.
Cool. All right.
What are some of the best clippers you think I should use? Let me just get your top 3 best clippers you think I should use. Not even by brand, but just by quality, and just kind of your opinion on clippers and kind of the route that I need to take.
Well, let's not shoot out the brand names. Not right about now. With some of the historical things that folks don't understand, and saying some folks is cutting up, so I'm not gonna advertise for nobody. I will advertise for 1030.
There you go. I like how I like how you think.
Yeah, and then
That's my type of guy. Right?
I even like to throw my martial art instructor school out. Sandiyama Bushiru. And the instructor there was Hakeem Akbar. Yeah.
Hakeem Akbar.
Yeah. As well as I would even shout out to my baby sister. She doing her little thing with herself. What's the name of her business?
AW Design.
Yeah.
AW Design. I definitely got to give a shout out to AW Design. AW Prince. You guys have seen that. If you follow my Instagram page, it's 1030_entertainment, by the way. If you don't follow, go ahead over there and follow the page. But if you follow the page, you've seen me post her on there. She has a lot of dope creations, and it ranges from so many different things. Definitely was a big strong piece to my puzzle, just as far as adding power to my team, because she has so much versatility with what she can create now in terms of custom make. So anything custom made you looking for, all the way down the line, from wall art, you want something on your mirror, the shower curtains, the carpets, the t-shirts, the headbands, the snapbacks,